Hey y'all, it's Farmer MeeMaw, and today I want to share with you kind of my visual project manager that I use to keep me focused. It's ADHD friendly because every time I move something, it gives me a little bit of dopamine. So let me kind of tell you what I did. I have a whiteboard. I sectioned it out into my master to-do list. All of these are all the things that I need to do. Instead of putting them down in a notebook that gets closed and put away and months before I see it again, this hangs on the wall so that it's always in my face. Now, what I did was I color coded my projects, and this can be, you know, you may have things you want to do in the house, like indoor projects. It can be yard projects, it can be homestead projects, it can be things that you do to make money, it can be homeschool projects, it can be anything. And so I have, these are my masters, and they're coded based on, or they're colored based on the topic that, you know, if all my outside things or homestead things are all on one, or all one color, and so on and so on. I actually have another color that is, these are the things that I did that weren't on the list, and you know, we all have a lot of these, and so it's like as if we don't get credit for them. And so when I do something that wasn't on the list, I write it in this color, and then I put it on my done. Okay, so as I do things, they go on my done list. Y'all see, I haven't gotten a lot of stuff done, but anyway, this list, these are the ones that are repeating. You do it once, you want to get credit for it, but you're going to have to do it over and over again. And it might be grocery shopping, planning your week, things like that, mowing, oh my goodness, laundry, all that kind of stuff, okay? And so I have it over here in one place, because instead of putting it in done, I just move it back to this list once it's done. And then I do just a few days in advance. This is actually Tuesday. Today is Monday, so I need to change my days. But I just switch out the days as I need to, because I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I don't want to plan too far ahead, because it just kind of gets lost in my mind if I do that. And so I keep it short, like 3 days. For the next 3 days, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, okay? And so what I will do is I will move these stickers. Let's say I am today, or this week, in the next 3 days, I am going to work on emptying my chicken barn and replacing the door, because I'm getting ready, hopefully, good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, to get some more chickens. And so I need a place to keep them. And so I'm going to put that one. And here's the other thing, okay? If it's hot where you are, what I would do is all of these are all going to be like outdoor projects. I'm going to put them on, spread them out in the mornings, because it's going to be coolest in the mornings. And I might put some, you know, I might set a couple of them for the evenings. But evenings I am setting aside to do my walking and get my steps in, because that's when it's coolest, and I'm going to be going to a walking track and walking around. And so this week I may just, you know, keep them early in the morning, during the morning instead of in the evening, when it's coolest. And then you might do other projects, like, you know, maybe you're going to have rain one day, and so you need to put your indoor projects, kind of stack your indoor projects. Are these inside? Yeah, those were inside projects. And so these kinds of things are going to go on like a rainy day. And so I kind of plan out my week like that in my projects, so I know what I'm going to do. And then as I get them done, I get to come over here and go, whoop, that one's done. I can move it over here. And oh, I did that one, let's move it over here. And so they're done. We can mark them as done. And as time goes by, you know, all of these get stacked up into the done. And when you feel like you haven't gotten anything done, you can come back and you can look, oh, all of this stuff is off of my to-do list now. Because sometimes once it's done, we kind of forget about the fact that we've done it. Even though we know we've done it. We lose that sigh of relief. Like right after it's done, we're good. But then it's like we forget to give ourselves credit for it, and so we feel like we don't get anything done. And so we need this visual reminder, and eventually, hopefully, my done list is just going to become so overwhelmingly large. I'm going to have to like have a different place to stick them, just so that I can see that I am getting things done. And it may be that there's a whole lot of these at some point instead of all this stuff, because I'm doing stuff, but I'm just not getting all this stuff done. And so my goal by, you know, and you can set goals like by the end of July, I want to have half of these complete, or I want to have all of the blues complete, or something like that. And so I can set myself a longer term goal, but I'm still only focusing on 3 days at a time. So, and I mean, you could do it, I mean, you could do this any way you wanted to do it. You could do it for, you know, a week, but what ended up happening, by the time I got all of my master to-dos up here, I only had so many spaces left. And I could have done like 5 spaces, but I wanted to have a place for my dones. And I ended up, after I'd created this, I realized I needed to write all these down, because these weren't necessarily projects. These were things that I just had to do over and over and over again, and I wanted the credit. And so, you know, I may put all of these somewhere in my next 3 days, and I'll put like Sunday is, let's say Sunday is July 17th, okay? So this would be like Sunday 17th through the 23rd. Like, even if I don't set this on my thing or whatever, I'm like, ooh, I ordered my mother's groceries. And I can put them in the done, and the done, and the done. But then I know at the end of the week, all of, whoops, all of the ones that are colored like this go back to this, because they have to be done again. So that's my system. I hope you find it helpful. This has really been a game changer for me, because technology, I mean, you can do something similar to this with project manager apps like Trello. I love Trello, but the problem with Trello is that it's an app. It's electronic. It's technology. And once my phone is closed, I don't see it. And I can completely forget about Trello, because that's the way my brain works. And also, if I go to use Trello, it's on my phone. So I pull up Trello on my phone, and then I'm on my phone. And the next thing you know, I'm on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. And I don't want to do that. And because I know how my brain works, and I know that I am easily distracted by those things, having my to-dos up like this avoids that temptation. I got enough temptation getting on my phone as it is, because of other apps that I have to use, like grocery shopping apps and things like that. And the next thing you know, I'm going down a rabbit hole doing something else. But anyway, so this is my system. I hope it encourages you to create your own system that works for you, that can minimize distractions and help you to get things done, you guys. We just don't give ourselves enough credit for everything that we do. And this is a system where I'm giving myself credit and giving myself a little bitty dopamine hit every time I get to move something. Well, actually, I move it from there to here, and that gives a dopamine hit, because that's like, there's less to do over here. My master list is shrinking. And then it's like, okay, this is what I have to do today. I'm going to focus on getting this done. And then once it's done, get another dopamine hit, because I want to put it in the done pile. And that's where it gets to stay. And every time I walk by and I see this done list getting bigger and bigger and thicker and just overwhelmingly full, it reminds me I'm getting a lot done. And so on that note, I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, y'all.